Hi guys, welcome back to Aiden's Minis, and today we're going to do a quick, I'm not sure if I've done a video on Gaunts Ghosts, but I thought I would anyway, because this video is not even intentioned for Gaunts Ghosts, but I'll quickly give them a bit of coverage. So, I bought, when I first started this hobby, this Ibram Gaunt, and I'm not even sure if he's an official model. I've never been able to find him. I'm fairly sure he was just a fan model of some kind. But I never end up giving him his chainsword or his bolter, and because this is a resin model, both of those were broken by the time I finally got around to actually building a guard army. And I completely forgot about him, honestly. Had originally planned to run him as a commissar. But in the end, when I finally got around to actually making guard, I had, at one point, decided to make Gaunts Ghosts. And originally I used the Cadian upgrade sprue, along with some old Cadian bodies and a few random bits and pieces. But finally one day I standardized them into what you see before you. Gaunt with his newer chainsword, which I'm actually not sure where it comes from. The style's more rounded, so I think that's from the new Krieg squad. Yeah, I think that's the new Krieg chainsword. Bolt pistol, no idea, but it's some guard bolt pistol. I ended up recently getting a big bag of bits from a guy off Marketplace, and in it was this beautiful autogun thing, which I ended up, it's originally Gene Stealer Cult, but I thought, well, Bragg gets an autocannon, so why not give him this, because this looks cool. I also got some orc bits, so I made some shells as if he's firing, and painted the gun as if it was, red hot. Also, every single one of these guys, except for Gaunt himself, obviously, has the bayonet and the scabbard, water canteen, and the little ammo pack. Except for one or two, which have the knife in their hand, like this guy. Now, this is just one of the ones that has the knife, I guess. Obviously, he's got the knife in his hand, so it's not in the scabbard. This is one of the Las Carbine guys. Another Las Carbine guy. I believe Corbeck comes with a knife, so that'll probably be Corbeck there. Then there's McCole here. And you can separate him because I end up taking one of the upgrade sprue las guns, swapped out... Sorry, my phone's not focusing great. You can see I added a scope to the las gun, and then changed the barrel of it into a rattling sniper barrel. And I actually added on this little tripod, or tripod? I'm fairly sure that's a bipod or something. Anyway, the stand that snipers have, and I just added that on because I just found it, and it's still unpainted. And finally, I had this guy who I just kind of had to kitbash everybody to have their own unique pose. So this guy actually, doesn't look the most amazing. I ended up breaking one of the guns that is kind of on this tank commander, actually. So I have that gun. And the original trimmed down a little bit too much, so I didn't end up really being able to use that. But then, anyway, gave him the dynamite thing, which actually, funny enough, I originally did that just to give him a unique pose, but that worked out really well for the whole point of this video, which you will obviously be able to tell by the title. The red attack on the Red Terror, or something like that. The new Spectre Killteam is the whole point. So, in the Spectre Killteam, looking at them, you have... I got rid of Gaunt because obviously he doesn't apply to this, and I'm actually sure one or two of these guys also don't apply. The Spectre Killteam has a sniper rifle, which I realize I can run this guy as that. Has a grenadier. Can run this guy as a grenadier, because obviously the dynamite. This guy was also the other one, the just basic las rifle, and in fact... I want to say this guy too I don't need. It's good to have them just in case, but this guy will be the new auto machine gun thing, right? Sorry, just like charger's acting up. Anyway, the new auto gun LMG guy. That's what this guy's going to be, obviously. Though, obviously I can also run these guys as Gaunts Ghosts. But finally what I did was, I ended up kit bashing with a bunch of the spare bits I got. All of the guys I'm missing from Gaunts Ghosts to make the Spectre Squad. So now, whenever we find out the base size of the Spectre Squad, I can have Gaunts Ghosts and Spectre Squad. It'll probably be 28mm bases, but if it's not, I can do these guys on 25mm and then magnetize to go on to the 28mm. Anyway, here's the medic. I actually ran out of these upgrade sprue gas masks for him, so I had to kitbash his from an old tank commander head and a Roman little decoration thing to make kind of like an air filter. But other than that, he's a medic. He's got the old Cadian command squad medic backpack and shoulder plate, same knife and all of that stuff. Let's see. Here's the plasma gunner. Now, one fun fact about kit bashing your entire guard army: you do not get a lot of official plasma guns. It's really hard because, you know, you buy a third party, you don't really get plasma guns. So I had my buddy 3D print me a ton, and now all of my guard have actual plasma guns and melta guns. I'm sure the heavy gunner can switch. I'm just going to do the plasma gun so it counts as from the image. I'm sure you'll be able to give him a melta gun or something, but just in case, he'll stick with plasma here. But yeah, I ended up kit bashing his. I got a Gene Stealer head or two, and this one's one of the gas mask heads. I actually took an empty helmet and then trimmed down a Gene Stealer helmet till it fit on here. The rest is just basic old Cadian upgrade sprue. Funny enough, this pale gray bit, despite being the color of resin, is not resin. That's actually an official kit. It's just like 20 years old. So the discoloration is very notable. Anyway, this is a big kit bash from old official Cadian upgrade sprue. Gave him the resting arm and the arm holding the helmet. Added in one of my spare gas mask bits to it, so it's an actual gas mask helmet. Put a laurel wreath on his shoulder. And this guy will count as the veteran officer. Which actually reminds me. So I just had to do a quick check. I am missing one backpack. I'll explain that in a second. This guy is the rocket launcher. Really not much to say about him. I gave him a very grenade heavy backpack, but I might have to actually swap that out because my Gaunts Ghosts are all designed with the... Actually, to be fair, he's a Kitbash backpack. Most of the Gaunts Ghosts are designed like that. But then again, I could just specialize all their backpacks to be what they are. But anyway, he's got like 2 smoke grenades, it looks, and a knife. But he's got the gas mask and all that. Then I've got the Radio Man. One of the actual radio heads in the Canadian upgrade sprue does come with the gas mask, so this worked out perfectly. I also gave him a las carbine from the Kriegsman. And the Kriegsman left arm, I actually glued it into this old Cadian radio. To show he's, you know, Radio Man. And then I have the loader, who is missing his backpack. That's what I meant. He's got no backpack. I'll add one later. But in short, he's got the binoculars on his waist, which I kind of don't like now, because I've already got the spotter, which you'll see next, actually. But either way, he's got the rocket thing from the artillery team. And he's got a heavily kitbashed mask, because I ran out of helmets that actually came with the gas masks. I don't know where 90% of them went. But yeah, he'll have a backpack soon. Then you have the spotter. He's got the old Cadian upgrade sprue map, which I've got to repaint. I've got to repaint obviously all of these guys pretty much, other than the Gaunts Ghosts. Gave him this backpack because it's more like a scout set. You know, it's got a little trench shovel, stuff like that. Binoculars. One of those tripwire grenades from the what's it called? It's currently 10th edition, and it's the essentially the army detachment that gives you a lot of cover for your guys. Anyway, and finally the little radio token, which is just kitbashed from random radio style pieces. I do have one more model from all of this, which was this guy. I ended up making like a grizzled company commander. Don't know what I'm going to use him for, but he's going to be fun. I'm not even done painting him. I did have a few other bits, like this is the Rogaldorn tank. Actually, these legs are straight up from the Rogaldorn. And then I had an old Casterkin body, the old resin ones you could get from Forge World. It was missing its head, so I gave it this Scion head. Then I kind of built the left arm. This was originally going to be my plasma gunner. Then I kind of ended up realizing it doesn't fit the style, and I really don't like the new style of Cadian legs. Like, sure, they're more realistic, but, like, I always like these more. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video. Please leave a like, subscribe. leave a comment. I'm actually going to release this video early. I'm going to try for this Wednesday. So you'll get 2 videos this week when I release this. But either way, hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment, give me any ideas you might have, anything you want to see, that kind of thing. Maybe I'll do a painting video if you guys want that. Just keep me updated, and yeah, have a good day.